Good morning, friends. Cheryl here with Inked Pulp. We're back with Art Before Breakfast. And let me check. I don't think we have another birthday for a little while, but I'm going to. Second, let me. Here we go. Boy, my light is just. I've got my new camera comes today. Maybe with my new camera, that'll. Okay, we're missing Barbie. We have coming up Kim. Oh, you guys, I worked on invoices all day yesterday, and then I have only like 2 or 3 left to do, but they are the tough ones, the ones where I don't know. I just have to go back and look for things like people emailed me later, and they're just have little issues with them. And so I got to get those done today, and then I'll be done with invoicing. Yay, until the next big sale, which won't be for a little while. So let's see. Oh, we've only got one in here. I'm going to do a viewer guided project today. And rather than viewer's choice, which I could have called it, I want to really have a viewer kind of guide me through a project, what they want me to make, how we make it. Well, hi, Jacqueline. How are you, dear? I'll show this again. Moving forward on it. This is my doodling. I'm working on this flower up here. I just did a little before I came on. Isn't that fun? That will make a fun folio page. Just takes so much work and time, but I love it. I love it. Glad to hear it, Jacqueline. So here's what we did yesterday, and I did a little extra on, so this was the first one we did, which I love. These were the flippy floppy tags. So this flips up, writing space. It opens up, writing space. It opens up, writing space. Altered playing cards. Oh, we can do that. Opens up here and opens up here. And then you have all the stuff on the back too. So that was that one. Now this one, I have never done. Oh, and you're intimidated. I've never actually really done one either. We'll figure it out together. So this was a really pale, this is all just the paper. There are no stickers, nothing extra on it. Now I am going to do one more thing, but that is just the paper, but it was really faint. It was really, really, really faint. And so I took, well, first a charcoal pencil, a little bit darker. Feel really intimidated? Oh, well, it's just paper, my dear. Jump right in and try it. This is a 4B soft pencil, and I went around the butterflies to give them some definition. And then I took just a pencil, regular pencil, and I went really lightly because you couldn't even see really the edge of the flowers. And I really defined the flower up here. And then what I'm going to do, and I didn't get to it yesterday, I probably won't get to it today until after all my invoicing is done. I got to get invoicing done. What I thought I would do, let me find something, would be, I'm not going to use this, but I'm going to make a belly band to go around this so that this will slide into a belly band. And then we'll decorate the top of the belly bands. But I'm not going to do that online today. So that's what you missed yesterday, Jacqueline. So altered playing cards. Let's see. I think I have some playing cards. I've never done one either. So I'm going to let you, since you're the first one here, you're going to get to guide this one along. But I got to find the rest of my playing cards. Hang on a second. Should we do, I've got regular size ones and then I've got a bigger one, which might be easier to work on. Should we do one of the big ones? What do you think, Jacqueline? A big one or a smaller one? I'm thinking maybe the big one. Gives us more to work with. Now, here's my other thing with altered playing cards. I've watched some videos, but like this one has a very neutral back and a very neutral front. Let's do the two of spades. So do we decorate on the red side or do we decorate? Well, this is a viewer guided project, so you're going to get to make all these decisions until we get somebody else in here to help. So we're going to decorate the red side or the number side? What do you think? What do you think, Jacqueline? What do you think? So I'm thinking we decorate the red side because I can cover this with like some tissue paper that would give it enough of a texture so that we could still write on it. You can still see that it's a card, but you could write on it. So that's what I'm thinking for the back. And then here's what I'm thinking, but you tell me. I'm thinking we put this down on the front and kind of crinkle it up, make it crinkly, put some inks on it, and then decorate it. What do you think about that? You think about that for a minute, Jacqueline. Tell me if you like that idea. I've got to run. I'll be right back. Gotta do something, but I'll be right back. Oh, did we lose Jacqueline? I don't see that she has responded. So let's just keep going. Hey, Marie. So we're going to do it all viewer guided this morning. You're going to tell me what you all want to do. So Marie, she had asked for an altered playing card, and I had these bigger playing cards. So here was my thought. I'm going to let you guys guide what we do. And if you have a different idea, let me know, especially if you've done something different. So here's what I was thinking. I was like, which side do we decorate? Well, this side, I can put some tissue paper down and then you'd be able to write on it. So I thought that I would do that. And then this side is the one we decorate. Now, here was my thought on decorations. Hang on. Let me move all this over because I have got to put my teacup up top before I something in my tea. Um, I'm gonna put this up here. Yeah, do that. Okay, so here's what I was thinking on this side. I thought I'd put some matte medium down and then put a piece of this down, but like crinkle it up. What do you think about that? And make some texture in it, and then we can go from there. You like that idea? I like that. Yeah, she says. Yeah. Let's do, oh, you know what I am going to do? Get some of that shiny off of there so the glue sticks better. If I can, I try to do that because it just doesn't have as much tooth with all that shiny on there. This medium is golden matte medium. Your package is going out today, my dear. Hi, Big Mama. We're doing an altar playing card today. Today is viewer guided. So once I get past these steps, you guys are going to guide me on what to do. All right. So this is the side that's just going to get tissue paper for writing on. I'm going to try to make it as smooth as I can. I have a little bit of wrinkling in it, but not much. Oh, no, you can't. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate when people pay it up right away. I try to do that on my invoices too. As soon as I see them, I get them paid so they're not hanging out there. Because I forget if I don't pay it, and I get so many emails from different places, not just for this stuff, but I get so many different emails. And oh shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, let's. My poor mail carrier hates it when I have a big sale. although I had 3 packages, people who had paid early, that I had invoiced early, and they paid early. And I did a package pickup request, and I put them out on the front porch yesterday. And once you know it, my carrier did not pick them up. So they have to drive down a little service road to get to the front of the house. The front of the house is not where the mailbox is, it's out back. And so when I put stuff on my front porch, because it's covered, and if it rains, then they'll be protected. So I went into UPS, I put in a pickup request, and they didn't pick it up. Splatters! That must mean that my good friend Susan is here. There she is. No, oh, no, I'm going to do yours. No, I haven't. It's sitting right behind me. It's one of the one. I have like 3, I think, left, maybe 4. And they're all ones that require a little extra work. And so yours is in that group, because I have to go back and pull. You had wanted some extra stuff, and I haven't gone back and pulled that extra stuff yet. So it will be done. That yours is one of the ones to get done today. All right, let's do this. And I'll work with you, Susan. If I was all worried about getting paid, I'd have had it done. Now, what I can do, if you want me to, well, no, I'm just going to, never mind. Forget what I was just saying. I wonder if I can do this. Yeah. This is much easier than trying to cut it. Hi, Julie. We're doing an altered playing card today. This is the back. I put some tissue paper on it so it can be written on. And as soon as I get this all scraped away, then we will do the front. And I'll show you what I did on yesterday's project. I still want to do one more thing on it, but I tried to stay very focused and working on my invoices yesterday. Susan Big Mama. Man, you guys should see the fussy cutting I've been doing in the books that I have. And I don't know if I said this yesterday, but my husband said to me the other day, he says, why are you cutting up all these, you're destroying all these great books. I said, well, honey, once you've looked through them and read them, like, what's going to happen to them? They're going to go on a bookshelf somewhere, and they're going to sit, and you're never going to look at them again. So I always give him first dibs to read the books that I bring home. So I said, why not? Okay, so there's the side that we can write on, because we put some tissue paper. But these are giant cards, by the way. These are really big cards. I said, so once you're done reading them, why shouldn't we need to put a lot in here? Why shouldn't we, why shouldn't I cut them up and use them so they carry on? He's like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to do a video about, I hate invoices. I hate doing them. All right, I'm going to put this on here. I'm just going to scrunch it up and put some texture in the back of that card. I might actually put a couple of layers on there. And Julie, I had a huge sale. I sold so much stuff. And because I hate to invoice, they pile up. And I do this on purpose. One, to save on shipping, and two, because I hate doing invoicing. But I'll gather up like 2 sales worth. And oh, yay, he's a good man. I think for those of us who are married, not everybody's married, which is fine, but for those of us who are married, it seems like we all have really great husbands. I know. Oh, Nydia. I don't know if I said good morning to you. I might have missed. I'm in the middle of creating, so if I miss somebody, I'm sorry. I'm not intentionally ignoring you. We all have really good husbands. I know that Susan's husband is really good. I don't know. Some of you don't talk a lot about your husband. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope that you saved up the invoicing. Now I'm going to put a coat over the top and then we'll dry this. And then you guys think about what we should do next. Because again, this is an audience guided project. Okay. Great husband, yeah. Big mama is a. Let's see, what did she say? It took you years to get him where he is today. Yeah. Mine's still a work in progress, but he's pretty darn good where he's at. We just gotta. Communication. Do you girls find that that communication, like my husband and I have never argued about money, ever, not one day. Well, I shouldn't say that. Back when we were very first married, I thought his employer was taking advantage of him and not paying him what he was worth. And I used to get on about that. But that was more about a pay thing. We never have argued about spending money. None of that. We just don't argue about that. Never have. But communication, oh my word. My husband will like, something bugs him, right? Either something I've done or somebody else has done. And I can tell. I can tell when something's bugging him because he doesn't hide it very well. And I kept asking him, like, what's wrong? Nothing. And then it'll come out a long time later, but he won't tell me. And I keep asking him, if I do something that annoys you or bugs you, just tell me. I'm good with that. Just do it in a nice way. I mean, don't be mean about it, but just tell me, you did that and it really bothered me. But he won't. No matter how much I ask him to, He won't do it. And it drives me up the freaking wall. So I'm like, how can I fix it if I don't know it's a problem? But communication is the one thing that we still, it's a definitely a work in progress. Every week, yuck, yuck, yuck. That's insane, and I wouldn't want to do it. A few corners here that need to be stuck down. Isn't that funny? I put it down over the whole thing, run the tissue paper farther out past the edge of the card, and I still have corners that aren't stuck down. Okay. That all looks pretty good. And that other side where I tore it, you can't even tell. All right, so there we go. There's the back of the card. What shall we do next? Some options are to drip some color on it. I could put watercolor on it. I haven't used watercolors much since I got them. We can drip paint. I can put some white. Where you're seeing the white there, that's just matte medium that hasn't quite dried all the way yet. That's not paint. That'll clear up. Yeah, I don't. She was here in the beginning, and then I was asking her some questions, and she disappeared. So I think she isn't here. Hey, give me a thumbs up if you would, guys. All right, this is viewer guided, so you guys guide me. What shall we do next? We can put some colored pencil on there and water it down. I can just, can you put a fussy cut on the back? I can. I absolutely can. Let's do the front first. Hey, Cheryl. Put a feather. Oh, I happen to have feathers right here in front of me. Do you want a white feather? That's kind of cool. That kind of takes up the whole thing. Or, where'd they go? I think I have some colored feathers somewhere here. That's another white one. More white. I have all these colored feathers. I have some with polka dots. Have lots of white. Here's a pink feather. I don't know if we want pink. Okay, Big Mama, you pick the color. You suggested feathers. So would you like white? A big white one. And it just goes across. I never would have thought to put a feather on here. Or we could go with one that's a little bit smaller. And do brown. You want the brown one. Okay. All right, like that. And then more tissue paper over it. Let's put the flour down a little bit. Let me just glue it down until we get the, hi Nydia. This is an interesting idea that you want it kind of at an angle like that? Is that about right? I never would have thought of this. It doesn't show through so much, but once I get it wet, It probably will be better. Well, maybe, I wonder if I have any, I don't have white tissue paper, but I do have these coffee filters. No, that's too thick. Because this is brown on brown, and I'm wondering if I need to have white tissue paper here. I don't know where I have white tissue paper. I know I have it somewhere. I'm just not sure where it is. I don't know where those are right now either. I don't know where anything is. Let's just put this on there, the one I had, because I think once it gets wet, it'll show through a lot better. And this is about the same as a used tea bag. I don't have any handy, Big Mama. I put them away. If you just could see what's, oh wait a minute. No, those are just the tags. I have all the tea bag tags, but my actual tea bags. Let's see if I can find them. The one place that they might be. I've got a whole pile of them, but you think they're at my fingertips? No, not a chance. Yeah, I think once that gets wet, it'll. What I did with my tea bags? They're around here somewhere. They're here somewhere, but I don't know where. Mimi, good morning, my dear. Oh, before I go on to the next step, I want to show you something. So you remember the project we did yesterday? Well, I went back through. You remember how faint the butterflies were? And I started using the charcoal pencil on them and showed how they stood out. Well, I went back through the flower, which you could barely see the edges of the flower. And I used just a number 2 pencil as light as I could. And look at that, I outlined all the flower edges and then added a little bit of shading in there. And look at how much nicer that looks. And what I want to do, she had done this on her video, and I'll do this offline and then come back and show you guys. But what I'm going to do is find a strip of paper. I'm going to take a strip of paper and go around and make a belly band, and then I'll decorate the front of the belly band, and it will slide on and off of here for a closure to this thing. So that's what I'm planning to do. That's what she did in her video, and I loved it. All right, you know, I almost like that feather without tissue over it, but Big Mama said tissue, so we're doing tissue. Oh, if you're looking for anything that you don't have, let me know, Mimi, because I've probably got it here and can send it to you. You know, if there's something specific, don't go buy anything. And that's for any of you. If you're working on a journal and there's something specific that you're looking for, I may not have it, but if I do, I would be more than happy to send it to you. Hey, I know. I love using the number 2 pencil. Okay. And sometimes it really is the simple things, isn't it, Big Mama? And you know, the nice thing about the number 2 pencil is that you can change the pressure and get different looks. And you could even get different pencils. You could do like a number 7 pencil. Is it 7 or 5? The ones that are, um, you know, different hardness and get different looks. Yeah, I think that looks good. We can see the feather through that, especially here where I am real close to it. Oh, ephemera from the gathering. There you go. Well, like I said, if you do you have a theme for this journal, or is it just a little bit of everything? Now, I do use my colored pencils a lot. In fact, I have a more complete set. I've just got them filed away. And oh, and for those of you who may not have been here yesterday, I'm going to say it every day until we get there. I am changing the schedule of Art Before Breakfast starting September 4th, which is a Wednesday. For the month of September and October, I don't know how far into October, we'll see, because I have a big show in October. Um, I am going to 1 day a week. I have my gardens coming to fruition, and I need to do some harvesting and some um, you know, like canning and preserving. That's the word I'm looking for. And so I just can't do everything with Art Before Breakfast every day, because by the time I do Art for Breakfast and, you know, go upstairs, make a thumbnail, do the stuff I need to do in the video, and then grab a bite to eat, I mean, it's already like 11 o'clock. And then, you know, when I get down here and get organized to do my stuff, or if I have to go out and do some stuff in the garden, you know, it's like 12 or 1 o'clock before I really can start, you know, my day of things that I need to do. And I just, this time of year, it's just too much. Hi, Kathy. So I'm going to go to 1 day. I will take it back up again. And it also seems like a lot of people are, look at that, Big Mama. It's still kind of damp, so we got to let it. Now, what else shall we do with this? We've got all sorts of little, shall I put a little ink over this to pick up some of the crackles in the paper? You would ink over the whole thing and like pick up the, got this tea dye sitting here, pick up the crinkles in here. She always gave me sample cards of perfume. Aw. Hi, Irma. I saw your payment come in for your invoice. Hey, I was going to tell you, the reason your shipping was high is because of that book that you have. It's a big book. If you want, and it's up to you, I can just ship it as is. Or if you want me to hold it until the next sale, and if you get anything, or if you want to go back through and find, some small things that wouldn't add too much weight, I can probably ship more things for that same shipping cost. So let's start with light in the middle. Okay. My rusty hinge is all packed away, so I don't have that handy, but okay. And I have scorched timber, though. We could work out to that. What I can't find is my vintage photo. And it's buried here somewhere on this desk. I do know that. It's so funny. Whenever I can't find something on here, as soon as I get off the video, I find it. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this with just a couple of colors. And I'm just going to put it down faint. Yeah, no. Yeah, all of those colors. Hang on, let me see if I can find them. So, Irma, you let me know if you want me to hold your package for you to add, something more to it, or just ship it as it is. Because that Halloween book is pretty heavy. Hang on, you guys. I'm looking for you to have an idea of where they are. And not in that box. I got one more place to look, you guys. Hang tight. I got stuff everywhere, I tell you. And I do mean everywhere. Oh, and one pad, but it wasn't the color we were looking for. Hmm. Well, you guys, we're going to have to do without those colors because, I mean, I have boxes stacked upon boxes, stacked upon boxes, and stuff in it. I found this one, and I'm wondering if I put some of that down and some of that down, and then if I put them together, and it'll probably look like baby poop green is what it's going to look like. So let me find a piece of scratch paper. That's not too bad. Put a little bit of this on here. Let's see, wouldn't it be cool? You're going to go rope Big Daddy. Okay. That's given us a little bit. Oh, I'm going to plug this light back in because it's been resting long enough. Oh, I'm so excited to get my new camera today, you guys. And I'm wondering if part of it isn't my my computer, because Cheryl, Crafty Shamrock, has the same camera, and she didn't have a bit of problems with hers, and I've had nothing but problems with mine. And I'm on my second one now because they said that my first one had. Ooh, look at that. I think that's what you had in mind, Big Mama. And then I'm going to take my scorched timber now, because I did this over matte medium, if I get the ink like too far one way, I can wipe it off. That's the other thing I like about using matte medium, because if you don't and you put down a color, you're kind of stuck with it, right? Look at that, Big Mama. And then I'm going to go back in, I think, with this color. And just fade it out some more. This is pretty cool. Look at that. Is that kind of what you had in mind? I know you wanted some more of kind of the reddish. And you know what? I'm going to put down a little bit of red. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to pick it up with the scorched earth. Oh, there we go. And go around. I'm going to have to do a little more of that. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the fired brick. Okay, let's put down the fired brick and then the scorched timber. Yeah. Spritz it on the card or on the table? On the card, yeah. Now, some of these are just inks, but they'll still. Oh my gosh, look at that. What are you guys thinking of this? When I said a viewer guided project, never in my wildest dreams would I have guessed we would come up with this. But before I do that, I want to put some of this is permanent ink, but I want to put some of this down, and I want to yep, that's cool. That's very grungy. All right. Very lightly, she says. Trying to get this. I was looking to see if I had one of my little spritzer bottles up there. Nope, that's the wrong way. Okay, I'll hold it way far away. There we go. And then just let it sit, or shall I put a paper towel over it and kind of sop it up a little? I got my finger in right here, so I got to spread some of this out. Just let it dry naturally, or shall I press down on it? What shall I do, Big Mama? I'm really loving that. Oh, you guys, look what hubby just brought me. Potatoes and peppers and onions, and it's got some cilantro on the top and mushrooms. Oh, salsa on the side. And this plate is enough to feed 5 people. Well, it's pretty wet. Hang on, let me do this. Again, some of those are inks, so they're not gonna. Yeah, some of those are inks and not oxides, and so in fact it pulled off some of the color. I like it just like that. What do you guys think? And it's all crinkly on the bottom. Does this need anything else in the way of decoration? I have to take a bite of this breakfast, you guys. Mmm. Mmm. This is called Art During Breakfast. Okay. We can heat gun it. Hey, Tammy. Did you see the message that I sent you about your question? Hi, Maritza. Does it need anything else on it, or do you guys like it just like that? I kind of like it just like that. Okay, good. What do you think? I'm going to go up the vein of this feather just a little bit to bring it out. What do you guys think? I'm going to give it a little more color here. Looks like leather. It does look like leather, doesn't it? Does it need a topper on it? Does it need, I don't know, does it need anything at all? Hmm. Oh, good. Good, 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 Mimi. Lace the edges from the back or the front? Oh, like put holes in the, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Put holes around the edges? Like irregular holes? Oh, lacing, like put holes and then stitch around it. I got ya. I got ya. I'm a little slow sometimes. I'm focused on this breakfast because, man, it's really good. Okay, I'll hold it, Irma. And then I just won't add more shipping if you add more stuff to it. Oh, I do have thin leather. Hang on. Let me go see if I can find it because I do have the thin leather. Okay, I've got this really thin leather. This is That's not going to go all the way around. This is like some thread, the wax thread, but I've got it in the light, I've got it in the brown. I've got it in aqua if you want to add a little color to it. I've got it in that's about it for the really thin stuff. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you're fine. I know. Wouldn't the aqua look fun on there? I know. That was Big Mama's idea. Okay, so what color? The light, the aqua, or the dark? This was supposed to be a viewer guided, and usually one viewer kind of steps up. So, okay, Nydia. Okay, Big Mama likes the dark. What do the rest of you like? Anybody have an idea other than the dark? Dark, dark, dark. I have one for the light. Stitch It Pam. I don't know if I said hello, Pam. If I didn't, hello. I have mostly people wanting the dark. Okay. I have a whole lot of that left. I think we'll have enough to do this. So what I'm going to do is take a bite of my potatoes because they are really good, you guys. Okay, I'm going to take my awl. And I'm just going to go around and every so often I'll punch a hole. It's not going to be regular. I'm not measuring it. Here's what I'm thinking. Ooh. Now I got to go through the back as well to make the holes big enough. I could put this on a big needle, but I'd rather not do that if I can. If I can get away without it. I have a piece of styrofoam. Okay, let's see how this is going to work before I put my holes all the way through. Yeah, it's not quite big enough. There we go. Let's go this way. So you want a whip stitch, do you? Those aren't quite big enough. And oh, that's too big. The nice thing is that these this card is still a little bit damp. So it's easy to punch through. Easier than it would be if it was dried. Yep, leave the ends long so I can put beads on it. Yay. Well, I got to leave a tail anyway because I got to okay. Let's see if this is what you meant. I think this is going to look pretty cool. Is this what you were thinking, Big Mama? Yeehaw, this is mighty fine. I appreciate the inspiration. I would have never come up with this. And this is why, I know I've said this before, but this is why I love getting you guys involved because you all have different ideas. Okay, is that what you're thinking, Big Mama, like that? Just a little whip stitch all the way around. Okay, let me punch some more holes. This is really putting holes that aren't going to be healing, self-healing. Let me find, here we go. Here's a book I can use. And then I just have to kind of go from the back and make them a little bigger. No big deal. And like I said, I'm going to make them irregular. Yes, I do. All right, now let's look at the back. All right. I'm gonna, for online purposes for doing this, I'm just gonna go down one side. You guys will get the idea, and I can show you tomorrow, what I ended up doing. I don't want to take time online because it gets boring just to punch holes and run them through, but I'll finish down this side, and then I'll finish up the rest offline. Come back and show you. this was cool. I've done this with other cards and with thread. I've never used, this is leather, by the way. It's just really thin leather. And I have this from my jewelry making side. Like I said, I have everything between jewelry making and, you know, the metalwork and all of this stuff. I've got more stuff, you guys, than I know what to do with. Yeah, this would be cute on an envelope, Big Mama. Well, the holes are getting a little bit close together, but that's okay. I want it, one of the things I wanted was for it to be irregular. I don't want to make these holes too big because then they get sloppy big. If I have rustic beads, oh, I do. I've got all kinds of beads. All kinds of them. In fact, I think I might have a copper cowboy hat. With some, it's a bright copper cowboy hat. I could patina it. And then put some beads with it. I've got everything. Oh, yeah. That would be nice. Or just give them a good coat of like a matte medium on the top, so that the ink can't soak into the paper. Because that was the problem with mine, was that the ink had soaked into the paper. So there's not going to be any getting it off without ruining the paper. But either wax or, but even wax can rub off. Either wax or a good coat of matte medium. But I'll just put something over that. I can still use it. Okay. And then we'll, you know, continue going around. But that's what that looks like. I love it. And then when we get to the end, I don't know, I love it. Do you love it just on one side, or should I do the whole thing? Would the whole thing be too much? Would it be overpowering? I don't know. I could do one side and then like zigzag stitch around the other, the whole thing. Okay. All right. Now, is there anything else we need to do on this one? Oh, it's 9:45, so I'm still not. I'm going to do that because I think that's too dark. I still think we could bring out some of these crackles a little bit. Oh, there we go. Fingers. When all else fails, use your fingers. Look at how that crackle is coming out down here at the bottom. This is what I had in mind when I first put the crinkly. Look at that, Big Mama. And if you think that's too dark or maybe we need to take it away from the feather a little bit. Remember, I've got matte medium on here, so I can there. What now? Doesn't that look like leather? Look at that. And then I'll keep going around. What a fun. Now, Marie said something about putting a stamp on the back. I have to think about what that'll be. Maybe a feather stamp or something on the back. I don't know. This does need to sit and dry, though. Isn't that cool? Now, there's a new technique for everybody. Lay down a couple of layers of tissue paper, crinkle it up, put something. Okay. Wax it. Hang on, because I have a wax that's special. Oops. Stuff. Here's wax medium, Dorland's wax medium. That's what I bought this for. So you're saying if I take some wax and just wax it up, this wax, by the way, also helps pages from sticking together in your journals if you're doing mixed media. That's what I bought it for originally. This is so old, but it still works. Okay, so if we put the wax on it, and then you said take the heat gun to it. Yeah, it sure does, doesn't it? I've got, hang on, I gotta. This is pretty grungy too, isn't it? Okay, now, and what effect? Well, I did sand it. Wax the feather good. Okay, let's put a little more on the feather. And what am I looking for? Oh. Oh my word, Big Mama. This is freaking amazing. It's coming up right here, and that's bugging me. Oh my gosh, Big Mama. Look at that. Look at that wax on there. It looks like that feather is layers deep in there. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? What do you guys think? That is pretty amazing, isn't it? I'm going to push this down though a little bit from the back because it's like the feather has separated in there. I don't know if it separated due to the heat or the glue. That's better. I know. This is just, I suppose you could put multiple layers of that wax on there. Mm-mm-mm. How wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I do want this little bit of I want that part of the feather. The it's not a stem. What do you call that? The spine of the feather to stand out a little bit more. There we go. And I might even go with just a touch of black on there because there's black in the feather. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at that. All right, you guys. So the only thing I have left to do is finish stitching around, which I will do. I'm not going to do it before I put up the thumbnail. I'm just going to go ahead and put the thumbnail up there, but I will get it done today, and then I'll have it ready to show you guys tomorrow. Rub an old candle. Yep. I just happen to have this wax. This is Dorland Wax Medium, DORLAND, translucent compound of waxes and resin. Oh, so there's resin in it too. You can mix it with oil paint or powdered pigments. Oh, now that's cool. So if you have some powdered pigments, you could use this. Powdered metals, colored sands, dyes, and other compatible fine art materials. Excellent for encaustic painting, hot or cold wax painting, and mixed media as a protective coating for paintings, wood, plastic, metal objects, or photos. Unexcelled as a protective and permanent sealing medium. Resists cracking and dries more quickly than oil paints used by themselves. So you can do a lot with this, but the big difference about like the Dorlands is that it's soft. So like with the candle, you have to, be able to rub it over the surface. If you want to put it, and then you like have to melt it. So like a photo, if you want to seal a photo, this would be really good because it's wet, not wet, but it's real soft. Something like this, you could just run the candle over it. So they have their uses, but I had this, so I thought I would use it. And there we go. There is today's project, all leathery and all done with tissue paper. Isn't that just amazing? A feather. Go figure, it's a feather. I'm going to find a way to hide all this string while I take my screenshot. We'll just pull both of these out here. And the other thing you can do with this Dorland's wax is you can wax your leather with it to make it soft and pliable. I do that on my, I don't use Dorland's wax. I have another museum grade wax. Hi there. Here's what we made, my dear. This project was guided by Big Mama, and it is so cool. You'll have to go back and watch the video. And by the way, put a handful of beads around it for the photo. Yeah. By the way, Juju. Oh, hi, Patty. Patty, I only have one thing left to do for your invoice, and that's to go back and find those sets of cards that you wanted. And then your invoice will be out today. I love this, Juju. Look it. I'm using the bigger one because I have some nice big pieces, but look at this. This is my junk, my little stuff, and then I can just go throw it in the garbage, and I don't have to worry about little pieces all over my desk. All right. This would have been really cute as a little notebook cover. And as I was whip stitching it, if I had some little pages on the other side, this could be the cover of a, you want me to just send the way it is? Maybe I'll send it the way it is. And then if I find those other cards, I can mail them off to you. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This would have been made such a cute little journal cover for a little journal. Haven't finished the whip stitching. I could pull it out. I know. Well, yeah, I could use this as just a topper. I don't have to have this be the cover. It could be a topper over. Yeah, we'll see. I love it though. I just love it. So that is the video for today, you guys. We are right at 10 o'clock. Thank you, Big Mama, for guiding us. You always have such great ideas, things that I don't think about. And I love it. Love, love, love it. You guys want to zoom down? There it is. This really was a great day. Thank you, Big Mama. Thank you, everybody. I will finish all the whip stitching, put some beads on it, and we'll see what we can do with it. But I love it. Love it. Love it. Just, okay, I will, Patty. Anyway, there it is. There's today's project. Hey, thumbs up if you haven't yet. And I'm going to go ahead and end the video. I'm going to go finish my breakfast that dear hubby brought me and get this video posted and then finish up invoices. So if you haven't got yours yet, and Susan, if you're still here, I have a thought for yours. So there it is. Everybody have a wonderful day. And then again, just to remind everybody, hang on a second. I'm trying to find, that's the wrong video. Just to remind everybody, as of September 4th, we're going to go to 1 day a week through September and October, and it'll be Wednesdays. And then we'll go back to regular Art Before Breakfast. All right, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.